culture to tell a white person they're wrong. Chris Rock. I'm so quick to say Chris Tucker. Chris Rock could not just go straight into saying, yes, white, the Oscars is racist. Yes, Straight Outta Compton should have been nominated. That was the best biopic of the year by far. I mean, I've I don't know how many films I've seen this year, but I go through a lot of films. But and I mean, uh, you know, that's why you implode until you can explode. And what I mean by implode till you can explode is you family and friends, wisdom, wisdom, wisdom. You just pray that they can turn the knowledge that you give them into wisdom. And this moment is great because it's bigger than Chris Rock. It's bigger than the Oscars. And I wouldn't say taking a life is equal as the Oscars. I just believe in the butterfly effect. And everything we do matters. Like for example, I use my body as an example. My ankles are not the same. I played basketball, I played football, I ran track in college, so I was always on a different surface. And now it's challenging for me to move laterally up, down, left, right, and I attribute that to my years playing basketball for all these years and every other sport that I've attempted to be above average at. Now I'm just a weekend warrior. But the moment we lie to ourselves and tell us it's okay, it's not okay. It's really not okay. And we can do better. So this is a challenge to everyone, you know, and I include everyone on this journey. Right is right, wrong is wrong. If I'm walking, if I'm see a black person calling a white man a cracker, a bitch, oppression, I mean, I would do the same thing I would do to a white guy that's telling a black man, calling him a nigger, calling him an asshole. That's not how you go about things in 2016. When we don't live in slavery days. This is post the Voting Acts right of 1965 or 68, if I'm not mistaken. Um, the art of communication is a skill. And we all born with the talent to communicate, whether it's through art, whether it's through our mouth, whether it's through theater, whether it's through music. We're all born with the talent of communication, but our part is where we fall at is not turning the talent into a skill. And we can do better. But getting back to what I was saying, I would not appreciate the black man talking about the white man in a disrespectful manner, and I don't like when a white man disrespects a black man in that manner. And because I'm a black man, I'm more conscientious of the fact when a white man or a non-black man disrespects a black man, which is, everyone has their own personal fight or personal plight, you know, and I get it. You know, um, I've traveled the world, and everywhere I go, I'm an athlete. I've never been a professional athlete, but every country I've gone to because I have an athletic build. You know, like when I go get my press credential, they say you're a fighter. No, I'm in media. I mean, I appreciate the compliment, but but you get what I'm saying. There's only one road that we can go through. If a but I just want us to oh, just so you guys know, I have a strike, so I only get 15 minutes. I would have loved to put all this in one video, so I'm gonna have to chop it up and put one in 15 minutes and then put the other one, whatever, how much longer it's gonna be in the other video. So you guys like, why is he cutting it? Cutting it, you know what I mean? But that's just the reality of it. So um, we can do better. Chris Rock, you don't get a pass on this. I hope to see you at a fight. I'm excited because I know I'm going to see Dave Chappelle at the Canelo fight. He goes to all the big fights. So I will see him in Vegas the first week of May, and I'm going to ask him. And Dave Chappelle should have the greatest experience, you know? They said Dave Chappelle was crazy because he didn't sign the contract, but he didn't want to be under no one's control. So that's why I'm confused. And I don't know Chris Rock's relationship with Dave Chappelle, so I can't comment on that. I only can comment on Chris Rock's actions. You know, uh, I don't get into interwoven's relationship, or I can't speak on being naive on the subject. You know, but their presence, three of the top five black, I would say, comedians in the world were at the Oscars. So it validates him. The Weeknd performed. He's a number one. He is. He's probably the number one black artist. He and Drake are the two number one black artists. I don't know if Drake was there, but I, I saw the Weeknd's uh, screenshot somewhere, so he was there. But we got to stand firm, and that holds true for all ethnicities. Whatever you believe in, fight for it. You know, it creates opportunities. I'm trying to tell you, it creates opportunities. Don't be don't be fearful, be fearless. That's the hardest thing to do. And I'm much more calmer today because um, I believe that we can do more, and I expect us to do more. But we shouldn't have to filibust, berate, and put us down to make a point. The Oscars is racist, and I wouldn't even say that they're racist. They just don't know. We don't hold them accountable. Accountability is so important. Look at our kids. Obesity. I was a school teacher for 7 years, man. Out of 20, if I had 20 kids in my class, 15 of them were overweight at the middle school level. I'm serious. We have to hold everyone accountable. I mean, it's a challenge, you know? Like, my goal is I don't believe I should have to depend on college for my child. I don't believe it at all. College should be a choice for him. Military is not the option for my son. I'm just being honest. I don't. No, he's not going to the military. He's going to have to be. I mean, it's going to take divine. I'm just putting. No, my child is not going to the military, and I'll do a video about that another day. I'm not an anti-establishment. I just don't. I'm a pacifist by nature. I don't believe violence. I don't believe violence. Violence plus violence equals more violence, and that's just the bottom line. Um, we have to hold ourselves accountable. And I believe as a parent, I have to put my child in a position where he can have as many options as he can. Because when you're 18, you want to be able to do anything you want to do. I mean, when I say anything, anything you want to do. I mean, you got a lot of cushion on the cushion. You believe the world is an oyster. You don't believe you're going to die. You don't have no true concept of money and the value of a dollar. You don't fully grasp interpersonal relationships. Everything is really tangible and you know abstract. And life is beautiful. Life is gold. It's optional to vote. You know what I mean? But uh, sex and sports and girls, from a boy's perspective, is probably the most important thing. But beyond that vernacular for my 18-year-old son, I have to put him in I have to put him in position where he can make a power move at 18. Warren Buffett bought uh, at in his mid-teens, before he was even 18, he bought a farm. He still owns that farm. He made $1 million off that farm. He became a millionaire off that farm. Google the story. Um, Bill Gates was climbing out of his parents' home, working on DOS programming. I believe in Washington as a kid. Uh, Malcolm Gladwell has a 10,000 hour rule. You can't work on something until you've put in 10,000 hours. If you ever get a chance, read Malcolm Gladwell books. He's amazing. He's my favorite author. Uh, he wrote The Tipping Point, Blink, Wag the Dog, so on and so forth. But he writes for the New Yorker. But I just challenge you guys. Just not an abstract, very concrete challenge. If you stand for something, fight. If you want to have a construction company, if you want to have a design company, if you want to have me, I want my own media. That's why I'm here. Uh, I turn down jobs, man, consistently. They want to pay me $200, $300. No, I'm being honest. It's if you hustle the game in media, you can make an average living doing this. No, I'm doing it my way. Um, I'm going to build what I have and blow it. You know what I mean? I started with a media company, and I still write for them too. But the point I'm making is when bigger news outlets come to me, because I'm an articulate, but I know who I am. I'm an articulate, educated black man who has pride in myself. But because I'm articulate, I can convey my message without saying nigga, fuck white people, black power, let's go grab our guns and kill all the white people. I don't talk like that. So white people are not fearful of me. And I know that. It's no secret. But at the end of the day, whatever you believe in, you got to get what you want out of life. Life isn't short. You get exactly what you deserve for the most part. I'm not saying when people take advantage of you, like you have issues as a child, you get raped, people kill your parent. Those are extreme measures. I'm talking about when you're just in a center road and you're driving in a center road and you're gonna have to make an option. You say, well, like I use the example of the freeway. Everyone takes the 15 to go to Vegas, right? I look at my iPhone, right? When I leave on a Wednesday or Thursday to go to a fight, I look at my iPhone and I say, oh, not an iPhone, I have an Android. When I look at my phone, I look at the traffic and I say, damn, it's going to be a lot of traffic on that 15. So I think I'm going to take Route 66. I'm going to take it because not many people know about Route 66. They think it's some old school road, but it's really right off the 15 and you can just bypass all that traffic. You know what I'm saying? There's that extra mile. Everyone gets a point in their life where you say, either I'm going to stay on the 15 or I'm going to go the extra mile. I'm going to detour. It's going to take a little bit longer. It'll take me out the way a little bit, but it's no traffic on the extra mile. So I challenge you guys, go the extra mile. You know what I mean? I I don't believe Chris Rock went the extra mile. I don't believe I have to disrespect black people to soften the palate for white people and then tell them they ain't shit. If you ain't shit, you ain't shit. I that's why I listen to a guy, Nuri Muhammad. I encourage you guys to listen to a guy by the name of Nuri Muhammad. He's just strong, man. He he's a powerful man in terms of his historical vernacular, his historical perspective, about where we've come from, where we at, and where should we be going. And everyone has a plight. I mean, just think this world is so genius, literally so genius, that we got blacks and Mexicans fighting against each other. Look at our prison system. We have blacks and Mexicans fighting against one another. Can you believe that? Makes no sense. It's like it's like when slavery, the light skinned brother was fighting against the dark skinned brother. House nigga versus field nigga. Oh, are you kidding me? What's worse? Oh man. You know what I mean? So